she can just like get the worms from it.
Rubber ones.
She's hard.
Jump off.
She's got.
No, we're using the real ones.
She's got a.
Yeah. I will get my life jacket because I can barely swim, and I will jump off of the boat.
Hey, it's Russell Nicolay. We're here with the Midwest Legends podcast, and we are with Richie and Bre from Milwaukee Uncut. What's up, guys?
Russ, this set looks amazing.
Thank you. Not too bad, huh?
Amazing.
A little bit of a Midwest vibe, a little bit of kind of the cool podcast, nice, fun place to hang. Probably enjoy a few Three Sheeps beers here. It's kind of got that good vibe.
I agree.
Where'd you grow up, Richie?
I grew up in Madison.
Yeah, so you are a Wisco guy, Midwest guy.
That's right.
And now you live in Milwaukee.
Yep.
So have you ever lived out of the Midwest?
No, never out of the Midwest. Had a very quick stint in Iowa for a year in college. In Decorah, Iowa, probably not extremely far from here on the northeast corner, but that was only a 9-month hiatus from Wisconsin.
Yeah, so you pretty much, I mean, and obviously still Midwest. Iowa's core Midwest. So, and then Bre, you grew up in Menominee though, right?
Correct, yes.
Have you ever lived anywhere outside the Midwest?
No, I've always lived in Wisconsin. And growing up, I always thought I would move out to California since I was not a huge fan of growing up in a small town. So I was like, I need to get out of here. I want to move out west, but that didn't happen. I ended up in Milwaukee, and I thought that was a huge city.
Yeah, and Milwaukee's a big city, but it still has that kind of cool blue collar, like it's got its little pockets. And I mean, obviously you guys live there, so you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things too, like I think growing up in the Midwest, that's why I did the podcast, is that there's a lot of storytelling about like things that either you experienced in the Midwest or that someone told you about that they experienced in the Midwest. Like a great place, obviously, like a dive bar. You hear stories. You know, sometimes they're embellished, sometimes they're true, sometimes they're flat out lies, sometimes I don't know. But that was one of the reasons why I want to start the podcast, is because I thought it'd be cool to like have an area to like kind of record those stories and hear from either people that have firsthand stories or maybe they've heard a story. Like, for example, like Wisco, Jared, I've been trying to have him give me, because he's got a few stories, because he'll go out to some of the best storytellers that I've ever encountered are like bartenders, bar owners, or the guy or gal that has like the dedicated stool at the end of the bar. But also everybody that I think that I've run across in the Midwest, even if you're not sitting and bellied up to a bar, has good stories. So that's what I was going to ask you, not to put you on the spot. So maybe Bre asks out, but like
Bre's got some good Midwest stories.
I think she does. But so I was going to we'll put you on the spot first though. Like do you have a good, like when you think of the Midwest, do you have a good story or a childhood experience where you think like that was core Midwest to you or not?
When I saw the questions come through, I had to admit I probably had a very unquote unquote Midwest upbringing in Madison. And Madison's not like it's a city.
Yeah,
it's a city. We didn't go really camping growing up. I saw the hunting and fishing question. I have personally never shot a gun in my life, which I'll probably get shit for. I have not been hunting, and I have a slight fear of worms, and I'm not good at sitting out on boats. So I'm disqualified from certain Midwest stories. Some core memories, though. My dad, we had season tickets for the Badgers in football and basketball, and just remembering going to those games and parking right by the plaza in the church right behind it. A lot of people in Madison, I'm sure, know what the plaza is, and just in Wisconsin, and in that lot, and walking an hour to Camp Randall after tailgating, and I'd wear a plastic Hutch football helmet and a suit or the uniform, and we'd come back, and you always get parked in back then too, and there's no phones, and just being in the parking lot doing that, or going to the field house, which we went in when we went to the Badger Penn State game this year, but like when they used to play basketball there, and Michael Finley was on the team and stuff like that, and just I had a lot of like Badger memories probably, or like playing in little basketball tournaments at the parochial schools around, or going to just little golf courses around Wisconsin and stuff like that. But Yeah, the core Midwest. I think I got the North Woodsy Midwest I got introduced to when I started dating Bre, probably.
What do you think when you think? How about this? What is your favorite Midwest food? How about that? Like, what do you think of when you think of Midwest?
I mean, I like a good fish fry.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm a big Midwest food fan to an extent. I love fish fry. I like brats. Really like cheese curds.
Yeah.
Try not to eat a ton of them, but I love them. I absolutely hate ranch, which will be a very unpopular opinion on this show. I think I just do not like ranch.
you're in good company. I don't like ranch either.
Rush, my guy.
Oh,
Let's go.
yeah.
Let's go. I do not like ranch. I do not like onions. I do not like mayo. Those are foods I do not like.
That's hilarious because I don't like ranch. I don't like mayo, and I'm really not a fan of onions. And I actually had my.
Are you kidding,
dude?
You two are the same.
I had my.
This is rare.
I know.
My 13-year-old yesterday, we were up at our cabin and we were making burgers, and he's like, onions make them a lot better. And I'm like, don't
Go there.
Yeah, don't go there.
Where'd you get those genetics from?
Yeah.
What happened?
Who taught you
What
this?
happened? What happened?
Who's your dad? Who really is your dad?
Oh man, yeah. That coleslaw. I don't like coleslaw. I don't know. I just think some of those look disgusting, and I just don't like. Them.
but you
Bre
like-
loves all that
I
stuff.
love
Bre loves all that
condiments.
stuff.
Any condiment,
Yeah.
just douse it on my food.
Like ketchup, mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do like ketchup and mustard.
Oh, I love ketchup and mustard. Big ketchup and mustard guy. Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue's really good. I think when you have fish fry, do you like tartar sauce though? Because that's
No, I don't.
see, that's the exception I can make. I don't know
Okay.
why, if that's like a mental thing, because I
I'd
grew
rather
up.
put some ketchup or barbecue sauce on the fish fry.
Dude, really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
No one's gonna like me by the end of the
Probably
show.
not.
We're gonna.
We haven't even gotten into any stories yet.
Funny though, because a lot of those things I don't like, but I have worked out the like tartar sauce. I don't know why. That's like my exception. And shout out to Subway, their Chipotle Southwest sauce, because I think that's like a mayo-based
Oh.
sauce.
Okay.
Can you do
Before
that
I
one?
knew it was mayo based, I used to like that. I used
The
to get
Chipotle sauce?
a grilled chicken. Subway used to have that. I don't know what the chicken actually was.
Yeah.
Probably a rubber patty of something and a little Chipotle sauce on there.
Yep.
That was good. That was good.
Then you found out that mayo was in it, and you're like,
yeah,
eat it.
yeah,
Do it.
yep.
all right. So we know you like fish fry, cheese curds, all the staples, and obviously you like hitting up some dive bars. So it's super. I think that's pretty super Midwest in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely do have some Midwest traits for sure. And then I just have some things that you would shake your head at, which I think are well deserved to have their head shaken at.
Well, I think you're just very specific in the food you like, which I'm a little bit myself too. So I really can't.
He's a chicken tender kid, for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, well, when you went to when I went to sometimes like bars with my dad and grandpa, I mean, I was always trying to get the chicken tendies, or like also at some places they would have the mini corn dogs, the deep fried mini corn
Oh,
dogs.
those are good.
See?
Those are
See,
good.
I think you're just particular about the stuff you like.
We went to Culvers so much growing up because my dad was out of town a lot.
Yeah.
During the week, and my mom didn't like to cook. I mean, she cooked healthy stuff for herself, but just picked up Culvers for me and my sister. I don't know why. We should question her on that. But
Let's
I
ask
ate a lot of cheeseburgers, and I was kind of a fat kid growing up as well. But I used to love Culver's cheeseburgers.
Culver's
Still do,
Butterburger.
but that's kind of what I grew up on.
Yeah, although I don't blame
Over
you. I
on
mean,
the
the
east side of Madison.
Culver's double butter burger with some bacon on
yeah.
it. That's pretty legit, man. Would you get the like a shake with that too? Or?
I had the Scoopy token. Get the free ice cream at the end. So it
That's a good
was
move.
usually a kid's meal. Then I'd eat what my sister didn't eat.
You
on
eat hers.
She was 7 years younger. So I'd have like my kid's meal and half of hers and get the Scoopy token. And that was why I was pretty chubby,
Yeah.
in the years of being probably like age, 10 to 15-ish.
Dude, well, Culver's is awesome. I mean, if you
Agreed.
pick like
Agreed.
Culver's over McDonald's, you're going Culver's anytime.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't blame you. And did your sister know you were actually taking that, or was she giving that you, or she's just like, why is my meal half every time?
I mean, she was probably like 6-ish at the
That's what I'm
time,
saying.
6-year-old girl. So how much is she going to eat? Oh, actually, we have a great Midwest story. I asked Bre to be my girlfriend at Culver's.
That is
Dude,
a fact. That's very Midwest.
yeah, that is very Midwest.
Johnson Creek.
It was Johnson Creek on the way home
It was
from
Johnson
your
Creek,
mom's.
not Cottage Lake Mills. No, it was Johnson Creek
Yeah,
or Cottage Grove.
one of those.
We should remember this.
That's pretty Midwest.
But we were just having a romantic dinner in a booth in Culvers.
Right.
And we had been kind of seeing each other for almost a year.
No.
Yeah.
No, November. That was in May.
Okay.
It's like 6 months. It's like 3 months in dating time. I wasn't too late on that one. But yeah, we met in November. That was
Yeah.
in May. It was after my little sister's graduation party.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was introducing Bre as my girlfriend to people at the party, and I hadn't officially asked her out yet.
That sounds like a mom move. My mom would probably do something like that
Yeah.
too. I mean, you just got to roll with it at that point. But I guess you made it official at
And then Culvers stepped in and saved the day, and now we're engaged. So
It kind of feels like one of those, you know how Culvers have had those proposals on
Yeah.
the sign, like, will you marry me? At least he did not do that for our
didn't do that.
engagement.
I had my shit together for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of would have been an extension of the original. I'm not saying you should have done it, but I'm just saying
With
how
long-
disappointed
with
it
how
is.
long I took to propose, I don't think putting it on a Culver's sign. I needed a nice rock, and I needed to take her to Kohler after proposing in front of the Milwaukee skyline. That was a well executed, well
I
planned
would
move.
probably turn down that proposal. If that
After wasting a decade of her life, she would have nearly. She
But
would
so
have.
then,
She
yeah,
would
but
have said
you made
no.
it Midwest then, because then the proposal was so the the initial like making the relationship official was at Culver's.
Yep.
And then the proposal was Milwaukee skyline at Kohler. So like
Milwaukee skyline, and then we went.
yeah, up to Kohler.
Yeah, and we stopped at Three Sheeps
We did,
on
yeah.
the
we
way
did
up
stop
for
at
a
Three Sheeps.
for a romantic flight, maybe.
to celebrate the engagement.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly,
pretty
and then
fun,
went to Kohler.
That's a pretty good engagement story. So I think
Yeah, it didn't get much better. That
I
was,
do think
that was a good day.
Culver should probably reach out to you and say like, hey, look. I mean, or maybe you need to reach out to them and thank them
should.
for putting the
I'd be happy to meet with Culvers. I mean, it's a big part of the story of Milwaukee Uncut.
yeah. Right.
It
Like we
is.
would if you guys hadn't gone to that Culver's, we might not be here today.
I know she might have said no if I asked her somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, if it was because she would have questioned, like, she was able to say, "Hey, you're at a Midwest staple. Obviously, this guy, you only bring someone there if you love them." And now
Buttered her up a little bit with a butter burger. Dropped the question.
Yeah, she's so happy
bad,
with the
wasn't it?
food,
No.
and she couldn't say anything but yes. So, well, all right, Bre. So since you're from Menominee, Wisconsin, give me your when you're thinking back, give me a classic Midwest story.
Oh, man. Well, I grew up in a lake. So Lake Tainter. So all my core memories growing up has always been with the lake.
Yeah.
Boating. I remember all the times my dad would take us tubing and he would just try to fling us off that tube. He would just fling us off into another dimension, basically.
I think that's like a core dad thing
It
in the
is.
Midwest is you really have to calm them down because for some reason they use that to legally take out their aggression on us kids. It's like,
I know. And too, every time we were like, can you please slow down? And then he would just go faster every time.
they're like, make sure you wear your seatbelt, make sure you wear your bicycle helmet. Oh, by the way, when you get on this tube, you're not a kid anymore.
Her dad is the best Midwest guy.
He is.
Well, we might have to
Absolutely love Gary Barnett. What? Huh?
we might have to get him on the show too.
You should. He
he-
would be a good guest on this show.
He's in the Menominee area. He's still living on Lake Tainter.
Yep,
yeah.
still living in the same house.
He ran the Menominee Parks and Rec system for a while. Would he ref basketball for a
Yep.
while? Coached. Super handy. Out in the yard a lot. Really nice guy. Big Packer fan. Just
Yeah.
great guy.
That'd be a perfect guy. It's funny too, because in the classic Midwest way, you say somebody, I think I know them. Because my in-law, one of them worked for the I think the city there too, so they probably would know each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably. I feel like I'm in a small town, everyone.
I know. It's pretty funny though, because every time I meet somebody in the Midwest, it's like they know this person that know this person. There's always some connection. So, but yeah. Well, so Bre, did you grow up hunting?
No, I never did. My older brother, he did. So I was actually kind of afraid of dead animals.
Yeah.
There's one in your living room.
I know there is
We're
one,
gonna
but
go
when
back to it.
Okay, going back when I was
There's
little,
a big one.
I
Move it right
remember
there for you, Russ.
Can we talk to your dad and see if we can get in the studio?
my brothers would chase me around with a deer head when I was little too, and I was just petrified. And other times I remember too, coming home one time in our garage, there was just this dead deer gutted hanging from the rafters up there. So that's my experience with hunting.
Yeah, that's.
See, I didn't get to experience any of that growing
Yeah.
up.
I was more disgusted
Didn't get
by it.
chased around with
Well, how
any
many
deer
brothers
heads.
did you have?
Two older brothers.
The brothers are going to do that too.
Yeah.
Probably. As soon as they realize that maybe you were slightly disgusted by it, it's going to become the biggest thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And then now you have these core memories of a deer that's been, basically.
Yeah, I just remember the blood just dripping down too.
And then you get the deer head chasing you around. So
But the venison is great. I remember having a ton of venison.
that's what I was going to ask you. Like the venison, like you get like venison jerky, venison steaks. Like that's like you get the benefit from it.
Yeah, you
just
do.
Didn't want to be involved in.
So I do enjoy the meat,
Yes.
but
Meat
not
sticks
the...
are good at your house.
Yeah.
When your mom has them. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're eating the venison sticks now, right? Like.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd eat those before.
Yeah, well, that's what I was asking. Like, so that's like a Midwest thing, I think, to have venison jerky,
I
right?
didn't have anything to do with creating the sticks, but I'll happily eat them.
And you enjoy them, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I think the venison jerky is really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, but how? Well, and so did Bre? Since you were on Tanner, maybe you didn't, but did you ever grow up like fishing at all on Tanner Lake? Or
A little bit. So my grandparents also lived on the lake. So my grandpa, I remember too, when we were little, would take us out on the boat to go fishing.
yeah,
I enjoyed it. I think actually my favorite part was digging up worms to go fishing.
oh, you would dig up the worms.
Yeah, so we would dig up the worms. That was my favorite part.
I'm literally afraid of worms.
That's why I'm looking at him.
She's digging them up.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. I have always had a fear of worms, centipedes. It's like I hate in the spring when it just pours rain and there's worms all over the sidewalk. I'm like tiptoeing around them. I don't like them.
And then Bre will just dig them up.
So
Yeah.
if we have kids, which we would hope to do someday, like I hope they don't get her genetics, because if they dig up worms and bring them into the house,
Probably gonna be one.
that'll be rough.
Probably gonna be digging up worms, like because some people would just go to the gas station and they'll buy like some Canadian night crawlers or whatever.
Ugh.
Bree's
We
like,
would
no,
go out
yeah.
and dig those up.
Why don't people just use the rubber stuff?
Dude, the
That's all
fresh
I
ones
got.
are gonna get you a bit more fish, I think.
Yeah. No, so we would too just go off our dock a few times.
Yeah.
But never really fully got into fishing.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things too. Like you get into it, and then
Mm-hmm.
it becomes one of like my kids are really into it, and they just like go out fishing, and it becomes a all out like you can be out there for hours and hours
Mm-hmm.
and hours. I mean, just yesterday they were coming home like we caught this fish, and they're already doing the fish story stuff. Like the fish that was like this big, it's not like this. It's some kind of hybrid monster that
Yeah.
none of us have ever seen.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a walleye. It's not a musk. It's like some kind of like beast. And I'm like, you have smartphones? Did you get a picture? Oh no. It's like, yeah, right. Did this ever even happen? So, the fishing story started at a pretty young age, because I'm sure like if I hear this story in like 2 years, it's gonna be like, it's actually the size of a man. One of us wrestled it, barely got out of it alive. So that's one of the things that I like about the fishing stories is they always seem to get a little bit more embellished. But
Yep.
yeah. I think so you guys obviously have been touring around all over the Midwest. I know you've been in Minnesota and Wisconsin, but you've went to some pretty cool dive bars. So Richie, what's one of your favorite like kind of Midwest bars that you've been to? And I know you've been to some pretty cool ones with some very interesting names and some interesting people. Any that like just off the top of your head are like
I mean, we've got to give a shout out to Nuts Deep in Marshfield.
the name
The name itself and the history behind it. So we did a video. I was driving up to Three Sheeps in the fall, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a place called Raw Dog. And I thought it might be a gentleman's club. I thought it might be a dive bar. I didn't know. I was running a little late for the meeting, so I went to Three Sheeps, and then I was telling them, like, hey, I'm going to stop at the bar Raw Dog, thinking everyone in town would know of this bar because of the name, right?
Yep.
And then they were like, oh, yeah, but like they didn't really know. And then I stopped there on the way back, and I'm out. This was kind of before we highlighted any places or did any of the many of the in the field interviews. So I just had my iPhone, no mic or anything. And I'm like, you won't believe what I just found, and kind of panned up to the sign. And then this slightly overweight, probably 60 something year old ripping the darts like, hey, you like that name? And I'm like, yeah, you the owner? And he's like, yeah, you want a tour? And I was like, awesome. So it is a health pet food store called Raw Dog in Sheboygan. And we go in and I interview him, and he didn't know what Raw Dog meant. And then someone told him to Google it like a couple weeks after opening his business. And then he saw it, but he kept the name, and apparently it's been good for business.
Yeah.
So Raw Dog in Sheboygan. So anyway, we put that video out, and it went pretty viral. And a lot of people in the comments were like, go to Nuts Deep in Marshfield, go to Nuts Deep in Marshfield. So we were going up to Bre's parents around Christmas, and I look it up, and Marshfield's like an hour out of the way if you're going from Milwaukee to Menominee.
Yeah.
It adds, instead of it being 4 hours, 5, because I usually need to piss 3 times and get some snacks on the way up on the 4-hour drive, but it adds an hour.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's like either 5 or 6. So like, this is going to be, let's just do that. And it said like 50% chance of snow on Apple weather, which is the most inaccurate thing. And I tend to be more optimistic with the weather, and Bre tends to be more pessimistic. And we just get hammered with a snowstorm. And it takes us like 4 hours to get to Nuts Deep in Marshfield, which is halfway there. And it's during a blizzard, and I walk out and kind of like do the same thing. Like, you won't believe what I just found. And it's Nuts Deep, and go in. And luckily we caught the owner, and she didn't want to be on camera at first. And then we got her to Anne, and she's telling the story of how it's called Nuts Deep because her dad owned it, and someone drove a tractor through the old bar, and he said he was nuts deep in crazy people. It was no sexual joke or anything. And like, we interviewed Bob, a 93-year-old vet who was at like the gambling machine, and just got like a lot of good stuff, and put that video out, and I think it got probably almost 2 million views on it. And yeah, it was just like a good. You walk into some of these places like a Raw Dog, which is not a dive bar, but Nuts Deep, and they're like fun, but they have good, wholesome stories behind them. And I love posting those videos, and you get the whole community like commenting, "Oh, I went to high school there. That place is awesome." And that's where we're going on Friday to taste some beer. But anyway, Nuts Deep in Marshfield is one that I would shout out. I mean, there's some good ones in Milwaukee too. I mean, Wolski's is a big one, which we were at one point in time. That's a good time.
I went there with you too. That was a good time.
I mean, Joe Katz is a good dive down the street from Wolski's if you're looking to get after it. Both of these are in the Brady Street area.
I like that area. Brady Street is a very cool vibe there. So.
Any in Menominee that you would
I'm gonna give a shout out to Cavern 74 in Bloomer. So this is actually a super hidden gem, I would say. It's kind of off the beaten path. You wouldn't know that there's a bar there. You kind of pull up off to the side of the road. It's like a gravel road. And so you aren't really sure, is this the right spot to go to? But it is there. And when you walk in, it's this cool kind of like log cabin feeling at first.
Modern log cabin.
Yeah, modern log cabin. But the hidden thing is they have a cave in the basement. Yes. And
like 3 of them.
3 of them. So the story goes, I think it was a brewery that was founded in 1874. That's where the 74 comes into the name. So they would actually, like, during Prohibition, they would store
all the beer and booze, and I think make it down there. So during Prohibition, it was,
it's kind of hidden that they keep it down there.
Yeah, and apparently there's tunnels, too, in Bloomer that is apparently maybe connected to that. So some mafia in Bloomer, Wisconsin.
Right, back in the day, they were headed up.
Yeah, we were just same time frame as Nuts Deep. We were at Bre's parents' house, and we were doing some videos for this cool company, Venture Wisconsin, that has these passports that you can check off, like a old-fashioned passport. And they're like, "Oh, this looks interesting. It says it's a speakeasy," which I don't really know. It doesn't seem like a normal speakeasy, but they're like, "Oh, it's 45 minutes away. Let's just go there." And then we were like, "Oh shit, this is really cool." And did a little video there. And that's the fun thing about Milwaukee Uncut. Bre likes it because it gets me out of the house and actually going to events at this age. But like, we get to discover so many cool Wisconsin places.
Well, and you just
as
went
well.
like when you went to Nuts Deep too, you just went, you went through a snowstorm, you drive there and you kind of don't know what's going to happen or whether it's worth, risking life and limb to drive across, right? And you
Yeah.
get there and it's awesome. Besides, you get to talk to cool people and hear great stories and then share them with all of us. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we
So,
never really, it's kind of an adventure. Even when we go to the tailgates or like, we saw there was a hot dog sucking contest in Milwaukee on Instagram the other week and like went down there, like or Bastille, we never know what we're going to get when we go in the field. And sometimes you really need to dig to get like the content you want.
Yep.
Sometimes it's nothing and we don't post anything. And sometimes you stumble upon a random bar with caves underneath it that you wouldn't have
Very
thought
cool.
of. Yeah.
Well, it's cool too because like in the Bloomer area, I have relatives that live south of there and north of there, and actually, my grandpa used to live in that area, and he had told me that I think it was in the town like New Auburn or someone near there, that one day, because there was a lot of the bootleggers, like probably why the cave were running from like Chicago up through there, and some of the townspeople thought they were going to be heroes and like potentially stop this like motorcade. And so they had gone out with some guns and rifles and stuff, and they were going to like kind of barricade it. And they thought, this is a story that they would be like, we'll stop them and, make press of whatever. But as they were watching these vehicles approach, they all chickened out and they like hid under the bridge with their guns and let the vehicle. So, and we know that I would have done the same thing. Like they have Tommy guns and they're like, hardened gangsters probably, right? And these guys are just hunting and just, nice family farmers, whatever. But so like the stories of booze running up there, I think there's some truth to it because you hear these over and over and there's places as you get further north. But it's pretty fun that you guys just uncovered this and it's like, now I want to go there and see.
Yeah,
it's
it's not
a
too
spot.
far
No.
from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're rolling through that area, drop by. Remy's in the UP was fun. We kind of stumbled upon that.
Yeah, I saw you guys were up in the UP for a bit. So
Yeah, Marquette's a cool town.
That's
up there.
awesome.
yeah, I
Never
think,
been there.
is that the first time you were to the UP?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first time ever. Like it's cool because it's beautiful. It's right on Lake Superior. They got a few cool breweries there. We love going to those, and yeah, they have the lake, a nice hike,
Yeah.
some breweries.
We really like the North Shore. of
Yeah,
Minnesota.
definitely.
So we've gone up there a few times. And so Marquette felt similar to that.
Yeah, Marquette. We used to go up because when I grew up in Green Bay, we used to go up to the UP, to like go snowboard and stuff, and we head up there, and that is it's kind of it's just like a unique place. There's obviously a lot to do recreation wise, but it's kind of got its own feel. Like you're away from in the UP, you're kind of away from the rest of the world, and it's got like a little bit of rough and tough
Yes.
drinking vibe
Yeah.
up there, and
Yeah.
just it's interesting. It's kind of that frontier.
Oh, I'd love to unleash Jared on the UP. He could do some damage.
We're gonna change it from Wisco Dive Bar.
Yeah, he
to
needs a UP.
Submission.
He needs a UP segment.
We'll just have a UP
Because
segment.
there definitely are some. I mean, Marquette's like the nice city in there. I mean, the good thing is it's a beautiful town, and
Yes,
you can live like a baller for like $500 and go up there. Like,
just hit up all the
we had
bars.
a nice hotel suite. Yeah, hit up some breweries and bars and restaurants. Like I recommend popping up there for a night or two.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I think the Great Lakes, because you get like that's the cool thing is you're on. I mean, you guys are obviously in Milwaukee on Lake Michigan, which is an awesome, Great Lake. But then you get up to like Lake Superior to like the North Shore, and it's a different vibe. It's more got like that North Sea feel up there, but it's awesome because we have these massive bodies of water that kind of add this mystique, and then they kind of have like the little communities they're built around it. Obviously Milwaukee's a big one, Duluth is somewhat big, but then as you go up the North Shore, you've got these little small cool communities, and then even like in the UP, you find these just like gems. And anywhere you go, there's probably going to be a bar or two, right? Like
Yeah.
with the locals and some good stories.
Those
Yeah.
bars are the
I
best.
feel like we've done it like every other year. We've been up there twice. The Duluth and then going up a couple more hours to Grand Marais.
Yeah.
That is such a cool place. They have way up there. Just feel like
Voyager
you're on the
Brewery.
edge of the world. Yeah, the Voyager Brewery. There's a cool brewery with a rooftop up there, and then like a lot of pink rock beaches
Yeah.
on the way up. And there's what's the Angry Trout? They got a good restaurant right
yeah.
on the water in Grand Marais. That's a cool. You don't need to go there for more than a night. You can see it all in an afternoon and a night. But like Duluth is fun too.
Duluth is
Duluth is a good time.
And I think when you get like you go north like Grand Marais, obviously north of Duluth, but when you get way it's interesting. I mean, you're almost in Canada. Like I
Yeah.
had case where I had to stay at a hotel for a while in Ely, Minnesota, in the middle of the winter, and that was just a wild experience. When I'm headed back, this storm just rolls in, and it was like chasing me the whole way. You know, down here driving through. It's crazy. I guess you get some wild weather up there, and then also you get that lake effect, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we have not been there other than in July and August before.
Yeah, you could go up there in the winter. I mean, I'd definitely bring a 4-wheel drive vehicle, but it's different
There's
experience.
good skiing up there.
Yeah.
It's in mountain.
There is. Yeah, there's downhill skiing, there's like cross-country skiing. There's just
Yeah.
like the amount of snow that you see up there sometimes is wild. So I think, and then there's the whole like seeing Lake Superior in the winter, especially like the shorelines and things, is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So something you guys might have to consider.
I'd believe it.
I think one of the things too that you guys have had some really cool videos about is like going to a Midwest stable, at least for Wisconsin. I think everybody, whether you like them or not, but like, you know, if you're in obviously Illinois, you might not like them, but the Green Bay Packers, when you guys have gone and interviewed some of the people probably having the most fun in the world at, you know, tailgating at Lambeau Field, it doesn't get much better than that. And so like, I've seen some of the segments. You guys have run into some interesting people, you know, asking questions like, what's the best amount,
Perfect amount of beers before going into Lambeau.
So when you have you come to consensus? What's the consensus on a perfect amount of beers?
I mean, the most popular clip we did was 3 guys in a row. I don't even think they heard each other's answers. They just kind of wandered over to me, and they were in line. They were dialed. It was 13 to 18 before going in.
That's strong.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not fazed by that answer anymore, just because so many people are saying that range.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking you. If there's a consensus, I think we found it. It's 13 to 18. I mean, that's not for everybody.
No,
There's some
the
people-
hardcore tailgaters, I believe them. They're drinking that much.
I believe it too. I mean, I think low double digits for like a male tailgater.
But they start early.
That's true. If you're going,
We didn't go to any noon games either.
No.
So we hit were they both night games, or was one a 3
Like
or
a
like
3
a 3:15, maybe
o'clock,
a 3:15, and then a Monday night football game. So we got people who I think were going at it for most of the day.
Well, that like the whole scene around Lambeau during the day is it's pretty fun vibe. I mean, even like
So much fun.
Yeah.
even the opposing fans come there and they like, this is crazy. Like, this is a good time.
Those have been some of our most popular clips. Have been, what do you think of Green Bay?
Yeah. And it's,
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up there, so I'm a little bit partial to it, but I think everybody seems to have good things to say, right? I mean, maybe you buried the ones where they're like, let me tell you what we think of it. I'm from Chicago.
I think it's a top bucket list for most people for a stadium to go
Yeah.
visit is Lambeau.
And I think it's like, and the people are part of it. Like the cool thing is the community, like where Lambeau is. I mean, it's become more of there's like the Lambeau district now. I mean, before it was really businesses and things were like, and houses right up to it. You still have some streets where you still have the houses, like where we were doing the cribs for the NFL draft, which was like right up in the shadow of Lambeau. But they've kind of made on that one end where they have the event district with everything, which is great. I think it's awesome to add that experience, but it still has that mystique of like you're just there in the history of the Packers.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
You just hear over and over, people are so friendly here
Yeah.
from the opposing fans.
Well, and I think too, like even though somebody has 13 to 18 drinks, which is pretty strong before you get into the game.
Not recommending that on the podcast. We're just reporting back what we heard from
You're
people and what's working for others.
Yeah. We wouldn't recommend
Not a
13 to 18.
personal
Yeah.
preference. No, not for me. Not for me.
But when you're back there this year, because I presume you're going to go back there, let's get some more data. Let's see how things are going.
We will
We should
happily
probably start
report
taking
back.
a tally,
Yeah,
write
just see.
down and see.
It's one of those things though. I think like, for example, people will go to Philadelphia and opposing fans may not make it out of there unscathed, but you can go to Lambeau and you're sitting next to a Packer fan, and maybe you're a Bear fan, and the Packer fan has 13 to 18 drinks. You might get a little go Pack go and roll out the barrels, but you're not going to get attacked probably.
Yeah.
No,
So
no.
that's what
Just
Lambeau
friendly
brings.
drunks.
And a few Bears still sucks, but it's all in good fun.
You will definitely get that randomly, and then if the Bears lose, which they generally do at Lambeau, then you'll get it for the entire way you're leaving.
Yeah.
And you might even hear it on the way
You
back.
don't hear about that many fights breaking out at Lambeau during Bears games. You do hear about them when the Fibs come up.
Talking Brewers? You're talking Brewers and Cubs?
Cubs.
Yeah. Well, there's some bad blood there too with
Craig Counsell.
Yeah, I think he's caused some problems there. I know what people.
That's all right. We're doing a little better than Craig right now.
I would say that the Brewers
We're
have
doing all right
held
without
down
him.
Milwaukee pretty well, and they continue to do so. And I think the fact that well, it's not a Miller Park anymore, but
Yeah.
no matter whoever's supporting it and allowing that behemoth of a stadium with the retractable roof, we support it because that place is great, and that's one of the best baseball watching, like because of the fact too, like if you get a decent day, you're gonna have that outdoor feel, and if not, they're gonna close it up, and you're still gonna have a great game, like without being.
You get the tailgating too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was really so I tailgated there with. Well, I met you guys there a few times, and we hung out in like not only the tailgating, but like the after game up on Blue Mound Avenue. I mean, you can just walk up there.
Yes, sir.
I walked up there with some Cubs
McGinn's,
fans.
dugout 54.
Kind of a nice walk after a game.
Kelly's
You kinda
bleachers.
you need that walk.
Hey, shout out to Kelly's Bleachers. I went there, and the owner basically told me I wasn't going to buy a drink the whole night, and I think I went back there with you guys, and and they remembered me for good or for worse. They have legit beer pong going on there. Like
That was a fun night after a Brewers Cubs game. We interviewed Cubs fan in the parking lot, and they were extremely friendly, and that was
Yeah.
fun. I don't want to cast
that's
a
true.
bad net on all Cubs fans, but
There was a few-
Some of them,
few.
there's a few bad apples in that bunch. I know a few of them, but yeah, okay. Bre hates me for this. I don't park in the parking lot there.
where do you park?
I park at, I don't know if I want to say this on the podcast, but I park at the Urban Ecology Center, which is right on the other side. So you just walk over the bridge and you are basically at the end of the east parking lot.
It's a secret spot.
It's free and you don't get gridlocked. Or you just walk to McGinn's and it's 25 minutes. But I don't understand the people who sit gridlocked or who wait 45 minutes for a shuttle.
'Cause you're
That's a
tailgating.
pet peeve of mine.
I can-
After the game, you want to get out of there.
or go. To
There's no bars you can walk to. That's the
you
one
can
thing.
walk up to Blue Mountain.
No. I'm saying that's a good method too.
oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm just
all right. That's the
not.
other
I'm not
option,
about waiting 45 minutes for a shuttle. I'd much rather walk to McGinn's or Kelly's and
Well,
eventually get an Uber.
Well, like you were saying too, I mean, when I like with the Chicago fans, when I walked back because I was gonna go find you we were at McGinn's or wherever you were, and I walked back with a few Cubs fans, and man, we were having a good time. We were just talking. I actually, instead of like turning left, I kept going straight with them, and then I realized they didn't know where they were going. And
Now that I
eventually
think
got
about
back
it, I
on
think it
track.
did take you a while to get there.
Yeah, well, I was talking with people from Chicago. I mean, we were talking about a lot of stuff. But I think that's one of the cool things. I was telling some people, like, if you go to a Brewers game, do yourself a favor, go up to Blue Mountain Avenue, like, or before too, like, because you can go before and take a shuttle down. But like, that's a good vibe because it really feels like a good blue collar, like just baseball feel. Like, I always think baseball is kind of like the game of the people to some extent, and it feels that way when you're there. And then when you go back and everybody's having, especially if the Brewers win, right? Then you're really celebrating.
Yeah.
So
That is where the Brewer-themed bars are. Blue Mountain
bars there,
in
for
Tosa.
sure.
I believe might still be Milwaukee, but
is it officially Tosa maybe?
I don't know. Blue Mound though. Yeah.
Shout out to I think Billy Deuce lives over there too. Is that what he's telling us?
His studio's right by there.
We won't give away your address, Billy, but shout out to everybody.
That guy's a legend.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that was fun when it was you two, and we had Billy and like Dante, and we had a bunch of folks at the Brewer game. That was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
That was we had a blast. So that was,
Oh yeah, what a crew.
yeah, we'll have to do that.
Then Andrea Belke rolled into McGinn's as well.
Parents.
We're getting
Another
celebrities.
legend.
Yeah, another legend, a legend from the Midwest, Survivor on
Survivor.
5 times, right? So she
I
was
think 3 times.
3 times, 3 seasons.
Which is still a lot.
Maybe so. I was probably telling her 5 times, and she's like, "Okay, this guy's obviously a little bit too much beer." And she's just like, "Sure, whatever you're saying, man."
She was not very sauced up when she arrived. I think she had just gotten back from New York and texted us, "Oh, are you out
she
tonight?" And
drove there.
like, "Oh, by the way, yes, we've been out for the last 8 hours for the Derby and the Brewer game." But
Yeah, she was a good sport though.
she drove, and then we stopped at our house after the
let
Tosa
our
bars,
dogs
which
out.
Andrea drove us to. So you guys came over for like 10 minutes to let the dogs out, and then we went to Wolski's.
Yeah, we had to end the night at Wolski's, which makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense, right? Like, there's like
That
the
was
fun-
nice of us to think of letting the dogs out at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were
Good
pretty.
too.
You're making good decisions, I think.
Yeah.
So, and going to Wolski's was a good one.
Good
And,
decision.
yeah, a legit good decision. Actually, I went back there again like 2 weeks ago, and I made sure I got a shirt this time there.
During Harley Homecoming?
Yeah.
Brady
that
Street would have been bumping.
It was. Yeah.
Bumping.
Brady State. So Wolski's wasn't as packed as I thought it would be, but Brady Street, like the other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. It was, and there was like some definite, just like I know how you love loud motorcycles, there was some of that going down.
Okay.
So.
In fairness to myself, that may be where some of my crotchetiness comes from. I lived right off of Brady Street for
Oh,
about
did you?
8 years. Yes.
So you heard
8
it
to
all the
10
time?
years. Oh yeah, I heard it all the time. It's nothing against you, Russ, or people coming in. Love you.
Appreciate
Well, you
that.
don't
Love
like
the Harley
fireworks
riders
either.
supporting the city. I'm not a big firework guy either. I
just
think they're
doesn't like
kind of boring and loud. But yeah, or Odessa concerts. Bree took me to an EDM.
or a
Yeah,
death concert.
Bree took me to an EDM concert at the amphitheater at Summerfest a couple years ago. Yeah, it's not a me against you revving your motorcycle thing, as you can see in all these areas. I support people coming in
Two
and supporting
things.
the city.
When I did
respect
go
it.
to Milwaukee and I rode my Harley there, I was annoying. I'll just admit. Every underpass.
You should be
any
if you're there for that.
opportunity-
You should be.
Any opportunity I could rev it. I mean, I had the exhaust modified just specifically before I got there. So like, I'm not gonna say like I wasn't a problem because I certainly was, but like I was randomly like I
Expose
would
my
see,
hairline for that.
Yeah, I was literally, I would see like a 6-year-old kid. And I would think if that was my kid, they're gonna want to hear this. They maybe didn't, maybe their parents, but I would do it anyway. So yeah, I was part of the problem, but I would say
Maybe you ruined their hearing for the rest of their life.
I was far enough away where it was more enjoyable, in my
Yeah.
opinion. All right, but I did, was I in the parking ramp underneath St. Kate's revving it up for no reason? Sure. I mean, I was that guy. But one of the cool things that I think like about Milwaukee is it has all the little neighborhoods. And we were riding around, and even when we pulled in, there was a traffic jam, and there was weather coming in, so we were trying to figure out a different way. So we went through, and I can't remember the neighborhood, but it was so much fun to be like kind of riding through different areas of Milwaukee on your Harley, because like ride on a motorcycle, it's kind of like when you're out, instead of running, you're walking or whatever. You're just seeing things at a different like viewpoint and pace. And riding around Milwaukee on a motorcycle is pretty cool. Now, obviously, some folks like yourself probably like, why do you got to come to my neighborhood? And then I'm just like, you want to know why?
Okay.
Faces.
But also, the one thing I'd have to say is you have to be careful because you may end up like, if you ever watch Dennis the Menace, you may be Mr. Wilson down the road. I'm just saying as you get older. So maybe what I need to do is get you a Harley or just come to your house on a regular basis and just,
I think maybe
get
you
loud.
just need to do like
That would be a good
drive-bys.
video. Maybe I'll
drive-by.
I'd ride a Harley with you.
Well, yeah, that would be a good one. I think we'll bring the next time for Harley Homecoming, we're going to bring a bunch of motorcycles.
Milwaukee
We're gonna park
Uncut could
outside.
be good for me building life skills. Someone could take me fishing and see how long I last. I could try
need
and
to
ride
take
a
him
Harley.
camping.
Yes.
Oh, camping.
He has not gone.
You haven't
like,
ever been
traditional
camping?
That sounds
When-
terrible.
I think a Midwest thing too
Camping.
is when you're a kid, like, did you ever just go even camp out in your backyard?
No, I don't
we
think.
did that all
Yeah,
the time.
we did that all the time. That was one of the best things to do is like you get your buddies over and you go camp out in the backyard and you probably don't sleep at all.
Yep.
And your parents probably got to
I mean, there was a lot of running around the neighborhood and playing in
Yeah.
other yards and stuff like that. But I feel like I had to have at some point, but it wasn't a regular occurrence.
I think what you need to do then for like a Midwest experience is maybe go to like a state park, camp out. Or if you want to like work into it, so you could go to the one, they have like the parks where it's, like they have RVs and stuff like that. So it's a little bit more set up for camping. So you could do that. And then you go to the state park and like rough it out in the woods.
Yeah, I feel like you need to ease him into it where there's like still running water, bathrooms.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried if we were to actually like go pitch a tent, I would have to do everything.
She would
He would
have
be
to do
useless.
everything. I would.
That's all right.
I would. Not due to being lazy. I would try and help her.
You just
And
not-
I'd probably run out of
You
patience
have
after
yeah,
7
attention
minutes.
span
But
of like 10 seconds, and if you can't get it, you're like, oh, I'm done.
I'm the least handy person.
You could just
of
video
all
it though,
time.
so then you guys
Yeah.
have the first camping experience. It would
That
be,
would be
I
a
think
good
it'd be good on
skit
Milwaukee
video.
It would
Uncut.
be.
It'd be the city folks go to.
Yeah, Bree
Watch him try to
is the
start a
Bree's the
fire.
handy one in our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's doing a good job of like giving you the Midwest experiences without all the physical labor. So and obviously if you decide to go fishing, she can just like get the worms for you. You know what I mean?
Rubber
Yeah,
ones.
perfect.
Throw
No,
them.
We gotta use
she's
the
hard.
real ones.
Jump off the
She's
boat.
got
No, we're using the real ones.
she's got a dude.
No.
Yeah.
I will get
Put them on the
I will get
hooks,
my life
slice it.
jacket because I can barely swim, and I will jump off of the boat.
Here's what I think we need to do is I have a cabin in northern Wisconsin and I have a bunkhouse. It does have electricity, but it does not have water. But there's running water in
It's right by the Minot flowage.
Right,
It's
yeah,
in
it's
that
not
area.
on it, but
That's
it's near it.
beautiful area.
and we can take you fishing. We could even get you out camping out there. So
That's
If you can ease me
Great
in with
idea.
rubber worms.
well, I
could
don't
be
think I
talked
think
into it.
the one thing is my boys are using a lot of lures now. Actually, Ed the diver hooked him up. So shout out to Ed the diver with a giant lure, but he also like captures like old lures and stuff, and so he gave them a bunch, and they're really into lures and all these kind of lures. So I have not seen them using live worms as much lately.
Oh, nice.
So, they've been
Okay.
kind- so that might
Maybe we're just gonna use
I could get
lures.
eased into that, and
Yeah.
then pop up a tent, and if I don't like it, I could go inside after
know-
Bree falls asleep, come back out because I wake up before her usually, and she'll never know.
That's a good point. I was gonna say, or you guys could both just stay in the bunkhouse. I mean, it's up to you though. But if you want to like
No,
trick,
he needs to
we'll
go
go- we'll go
camping.
camping.
He needs to go in a tent.
if you want to
sometime.
trick her that you did camp and then wake up,
She'll never know. She'll never know.
That's
Give
a lot
her
of-
little melatonin. She'll
Oh,
be out.
that's a lot of effort. But it shows the love. Just the love dedicated to making your girlfriend at Culvers and then proposing her to her in the Milwaukee skyline. And then making her think that you're going camping, but
What
you're
a-
actually sitting in the bunkhouse with
what a
like
guy.
a fan and lights.
True
And,
manly man right here.
yeah.
Everyone's just wondering, what is she doing with him as they're listening to the show right now?
It's because you're a very nice guy, and there's some Midwest things you do, some you don't. But like at the end of the day, you're still a Midwest guy. There's some things that you're particular.
You have the Midwest values.
Yeah.
I do.
For
I would say that.
And I think you are that way. Like you are very nice to everybody that you meet. Like I've met you right away, and I knew you're a really nice guy. And I think like with anyone that I've ever talked to that's met you, think you're a nice guy. And then like I told you, the guy from iHeartRadio is like wants to be your friend. You embody Midwest. You might just
I'm
not been a
glad.
huge
I'm
hunter
glad.
hunter or fisherman, but like the other stuff, hey, dude, you are core Midwest. So I think that's
I
that's
agree.
why I
Other
think
than
you're-
the hunting, the fishing, the camping, the ranch.
Well, we can just ease you into all that stuff. So
yeah, you don't need though. You don't have to do the ranch.
Thanks.
I vouch for you.
Thanks.
I don't.
agree.
I'm gonna vouch ranch and mail. But like, do you like milk? Maybe you don't. Maybe you're not into milk either.
No, I do not like regular milk.
See,
Oh.
I'm not a huge milk person anymore, but I grew up. My whole family's is dairy farmers, so like
Yeah.
I have butter, milk, cheese. I have a dairy is a staple of my life.
I like
for better,
cheese.
for
I like
the
cheese.
milk and spaghetti combo.
Yeah, I mean it's one.
Growing up, you never had spaghetti with milk.
No.
That's a very Midwest thing.
You could
I think.
try that once. Yeah, we could maybe have you try that. Like if we do this, maybe we have this trip where you come to my cabin, and then it's like we'll have Bree and I will have all these different foods
Yes.
planned out, and then we'll also probably, even though my kids usually use like the lures, we'll probably just get some crawlers.
Yeah.
Midwest boot camp.
Yes.
You need a
Midwest
Midwest
SEAL.
boot camp.
Midwest
Boot
SEAL
camp.
training.
Yeah.
I have to do all the shit I don't want to do
Yes.
and
Perfect.
survive.
And we'll work you through it, and it'll. I mean, you're already legit Midwest, but this would be
That
just
could
like
be that could be a funny
Midwest boot
that could
camp.
be funny.
and we'll get you. Yeah, it'll be a good time. So I think one of the things will be we'll work into it. We'll get a good plan here, and it'll be fun, and we'll enjoy, and we'll bring some three sheeps. We can bring 3 sheep. So once you get through it, we'll celebrate with some 3
Yeah.
sheeps.
Love it.
Tropical pale ale for sure.
Oh yeah.
Love
At
it.
the lake, nothing better than that.
I agree.
So
Haven't got to experience it yet, but
yeah,
maybe tomorrow at your lake.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Out early.
Nice
make
and
sure you
easy.
have some for your lake tomorrow. I'm gonna have one at the lake tomorrow night, a tropical pale ale. I will send you a photo. If for some reason I get up there too late, I will do that Friday because nothing better than the Milwaukee Uncut tropical pale ale from 3 sheeps. I'm gonna be 3 sheets. My 3 sheeps at the lake. I'll send you a picture.
Get a nice
3 sheets
sunset
to the
there.
wind after
Yeah.
a couple bush lattes with Jared over there. But yeah, for those who are listening now, because I'm assuming this comes out in maybe September-ish, maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, around there.
September, October. The tropical pale ale, unfortunately, is probably long gone for you. But luckily, if we re-up a deal with 3 sheeps for 2026, which pretty confident we can get done, I'm going to be pitching a summer tropical in February bash to them, maybe a little limited drop, and then come out guns blazing maybe in the May time frame with the tropical pale ale again. But it got a great response, and would like to personally thank every bar who picked it up and everyone who tried one and came to our launch party and tasting events.
Yeah, well, and so when we'll update if that's out, because I think I'd like to come to that bash with you guys.
We would love to
Hopefully it'll
have
be
you.
maybe a Sheboygan, since they're from Sheboygan.
Yes,
That would be fun in
they are. We got lucky with them too. Similar to you, they gave us a shot when we were kind of just
Yeah.
getting off the ground last year. Like, appreciate what you.
Well, they're from Sheboygan, right?
Yes,
I'm from Sheboygan. Maybe it's people in Sheboygan.
it could be people in Sheboygan, but we got lucky, I'd say, with both of you at the time. They've been they make damn good beer. Like, they don't really
do.
miss. So
They do.
making a beer with them was lucky, but even partnering with them, they're just like good people. And you and your team are just awesome too. And everyone who like works with you or works at Nicolay, I'll hear like people who have switched from other firms over there in Milwaukee, and they're like, yeah, the culture here is amazing. And
That's awesome.
yeah, you guys just do really cool stuff. So I'm very grateful to, both of you guys and all our other partners who have like hopped on and given us a shot, because we, love doing this.
Well, I could talk to you guys all night, but I know you guys got an early morning tomorrow. You got to get back running. So thanks, guys. Yeah. Hey, wait, don't head out just yet. Do you have a story that's so Midwest it couldn't have happened anywhere else? Or do you know a Midwest legend in your own life? Give me a call at 866-MWLEGND. Your story may be featured on our future episode or on our socials. Looking forward to hearing your Midwest legends.